Time now for your forewarned weather.
Welcome back, everybody. Let's talk about weather. While we're on the topic of subject, you know what the topic of shopping, this is a view money can't buy. Look at this absolutely gorgeous sunset today from Cedar City. Susan Minnell sent this our way. Susan, thank you for sending that. That is a beautiful close to the start of the season. Speaking of the season, look at these colors. We got more yellows, reds, greens, and blues in this picture right here from Jamie Richards. This is up in Snow Basin. You do still need to go to some of the higher terrain if you do want to see these colors, but it's not that far of a drive. As we take a look at where to see those colors, what you see in the yellow, those are low colors. Really anywhere towards the Wasatch back is expecting a little bit of colorage, but if you want to get some really good pictures, you're going to have to go a little bit higher. The Uintas are going to be the place to be. Speaking of beautiful colors, take a look at this sunset coming out of the Black Desert Resort. It was a beautiful day. We had mostly clear skies, just a couple of clouds, and then a stunning close to the day. Take a look at this time lapse. This is from the Heber City Airport. You saw those clouds roll through, bringing a decent amount of showers, precipitation. But as we take a look at the radar right now, there's not a whole lot going on. All we really have is this little guy right here over the Uintas, bringing not only rain, but a little bit of snow for the first day of fall. That feels appropriate to me. Temperatures right now are in the 50s and 60s across the state, a couple of 40s as well, 49 degrees in Heber, low 40s for southwest Wyoming. We have upper 50s to low 60s along the Wasatch Front and down I-15, and St. George is still at 80 degrees. Overnight, we're going to have clear skies, 58 degrees by midnight. Eventually, those upper 50s turn to low 50s for your overnight lows. And we're not looking at any cloud coverage as we get into tomorrow. By 10 a.m., those 50s eventually turn to 60s, so a little bit slow to warm up, but it's going to be a fairly mild day tomorrow. Futurecast shows that we do have a little bit of precipitation on deck as we get into the morning hours. That's thanks to this low pressure system's counterclockwise rotation. Get a little bit of moisture sneaking around the back of that, bringing a couple of rain and snow showers, but nothing too significant, fairly brief, and then it clears on out by Tuesday afternoon. But for the rest of us, we stay clear all day long. Our upper level futurecast shows us the big picture here. That high pressure sliding on in, bringing those pleasant conditions, acting as a storm block. But that high pressure starts to deteriorate, and we have our eye on a low pressure system coming in off the coast of California. That's going to usher in some moisture through Arizona and into the southern portion of the state. It takes a baby step back on Friday, but then it starts to gradually lift north, eventually bringing isolated thunderstorms to the north by your Sunday night. As for tomorrow, like I said, it's going to be fairly mild. Temperatures cooler than they were today, mid-70s on deck for the vast majority of the state, a few 60s for the higher terrain, and then we have 80s and 90s for our warmer spots. We're looking at clear skies for most of the state. Northeast Utah, again, could see a couple of showers. We can't rule that out, but it should be cleared on out by your lunchtime. St. George topping out at 91 degrees tomorrow with sunny skies, warming up to 94 degrees on your Wednesday, but by Thursday, moisture starts to fill on in, bringing partly cloudy skies and the chance of an isolated thunderstorms. Cooler temperatures to close out the work week, 88 degrees on your Friday with a slight chance of wet weather, but that precipitation potential revs back up for the weekend with isolated thunderstorms on deck for your Saturday, becoming more scattered Sunday, and it could even hold all the way into Monday. As for the Wasatch Front, it's going to be a beautiful week. We have sunny skies all the way through Friday. Temperatures in the 70s tomorrow, warming up into the 80s by your Wednesday. A slight chance of some wet weather on Friday. There will be an increase in moisture, but I think it's mostly going to be seen in the way of a couple of clouds. Nothing too significant, but by the time we get into Sunday night and Monday, that moisture will make its way up to the north as well. So, okay. A couple of thunderstorms up here, but it's going to be a very nice week ultimately.
We'd like to hear it.
I'll tell you, I was baking at the Utah game on Saturday. It was hot down on that field.